Hey guys, what's up? It's Josh. Welcome back to another video. As you guys can see behind me today, I have the 2020 Toyota RAV4 XLE all-wheel drive. This is one of my favorite SUVs, and I'll show you guys why in today's video. This is the XLE, so this is kind of a mid-range RAV4 that Toyota has. The Limited is kind of like their top of the line, and then they have a base model, which is just the LE. But today we're gonna be looking at the XLE and going over some of the amazing things that come with this car. The reason that I like it so much is that this car is very affordable, but you get like almost all of the features that all of these other super expensive SUVs come with. So today we're gonna be looking at all of those features, going through some of like the cool tech that this car has, and just showing you guys like the room and just why you should actually buy this RAV4. So thank you to my friends at OpenRoad Toyota in Abbotsford for giving me this car for the day so that I could make this review for you guys. They have an amazing inventory of new and used vehicles in Abbotsford, so I'm gonna leave a link in the description for you guys to go and check out. They have an amazing dealership. Everybody there is super nice. All right, so first thing we're gonna start with is the engine. This RAV4 has a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, which produces 203 horsepower. When you're driving it, it feels like it has power, but at the same time, it's very fuel efficient. So that's the engine. The outside of this color is actually called Blueprint. And as you guys can see by the front of the car here, Toyota has done a great job remodeling how the RAV4s look. They have like this huge grille right here, and then just above that you also have like another mini grille, which makes the front look a little bit more aggressive. So in the RAV4 you get parabola headlamps, and then you also have LED headlights and tail lights. So I think that the lights on the front of this RAV4 look super nice. Just the whole front in general, like this blue color and the black go together really nice. Now on this XLE, you guys will see that this actually has 17-inch rims on it. This is kind of the rims that come with this standard package on the XLE. So if you did want to upgrade, they have a premium package that you could add to this car for $2,800, and basically you'll get 19-inch aluminum alloy wheels if you're interested in that. So right now on here there's just the 17-inch wheels, which don't look bad. Like I feel like just in general the way that the outside of this car looks is really nice. All right, so moving around to the back of the RAV4, some things that really stick out to me that look really nice are the dual exhausts that are back here. You can kind of see that it just looks really nice on the back, kind of evens things out. And then if you go up a little bit further, you got your LED tail lights, which I think these look really cool. They wrap around the side and it just gives it a really sleek look right here. And then if you go up a little bit further, another really cool feature on this car is that it looks like it has a little bit of a spoiler right here, so it gives it more of like a sporty look. Now also right here you got your backup camera. This car is actually equipped with a lot of different safety features. So really quick, if you guys aren't familiar with Toyota Safety Sense, those are like all the safety features that come along when you're driving a Toyota. It's really cool. They have 5 main things. They have your automatic high beams, so they have a button in the car that you can push that turns your high beams on when it notices that there's no other cars around. Another thing is pedestrian and bicycle detection. So if you're coming up to a crosswalk and it notices that you don't see somebody and the car sees it, it will slow you down or slam its brakes on. Another thing is lane departure alerts. So when you're coming out of your lane, if it notices that a car is there, it will tell you. It also has steering assist, so if it notices that you're kind of going into somebody else's lane, it will tell you that as well. Another really cool thing is that when you're driving and you're in cruise control, you can set it so that you're however many car lengths you want to be behind the other car that's in front of you. So that's just a radar system that it has. And then the last one is called lane tracing. So when you're driving down a lane, the car will know that you're in this lane and it'll try to just help you stay in between those lines. So it'll alert you if you go over the lines, but it'll also try to help you stay within those lines. So that's Toyota Safety Sense. A lot of really good safety features on this car. And actually on the windshield, if I go close enough, you guys will be able to see that the main camera that does a lot of that work is just right there. So like I always say with the SUVs, one of the main thing that you're going to be looking at when you're going to actually buy one is what kind of space is actually in it. So there's 2 ways to open up the back of the RAV4. You have a little button that's on your key that you just push and hold, and this has an automatic tailgate. So this thing goes up and down without you having to actually pull it. So if I push the button, the back of the car will open. Super nice feature, actually. I really enjoy having that. And then when we go in here, show you guys some of the room that this has, because it's actually very impressive. So you guys can see, first off, there is a little mat right here that can cover all of your stuff, kind of like a privacy feature. Now, if you don't like having that there, one of the really cool options that the RAV4 gives you is that you can pull this and it comes off super easily. Now, if you don't want to just have it chilling in the back of your car, you can pull this up, and then you can actually pull these so that they come off. And then this bar right here can actually fit really nicely in this spot right here. So you just put it like that. All right, so now for space, if you want to put the back seats down, you just pull these levers right here. Now when you pull them, you just push the seats all the way down. You can see here how much actually opens up back here. This is a really big area, and I think that like also on this side too, there's some storage, and you also have this lighter outlet right here. So if you wanted to plug anything in, like you needed to pump up your tires, or you needed to just plug something in there, you could. There's also a little light right here, which is cool. So that's one thing that I really like about this SUV, is that you do have a lot of room. And then if you want to close the tailgate, all you do is push this button right here and the tailgate closes. So they did a really good job. Now we're gonna move on to the back seats. So when I get into the back of the RAV4, first thing that I notice is that I have a lot of headroom. I'm not tall, but that being said, I still have like a ton of room in between my head and the ceiling. Also, this is a black fabric that comes with the RAV4. This is just the standard model, like I said. But if you do get the premium upgrade to this car, or the premium package, then you get leather in here. So this is just the fabric, or like the cloth that they have, which actually is super nice. You can see that there's like little designs in it. And then in the middle here, this part comes down and you have 2 cup holders right here. So this is always a good thing. And then when you look a little bit further, you can see here that there is 2 USB ports right here. So one thing with this car is that it actually has a lot of USB ports, which is nice. And then you have your air vents right here, and kind of your basic stuff that you just want on your door, like your window operator. You got a place that you could put like a water bottle if you wanted. So overall, it's like what you'd expect. There's nothing crazy like heated seats or anything back here. You just have everything that you need. But I mean, this is what you're getting for a $33,000 price tag in an SUV, which in my mind is actually pretty good. You're still getting a lot of options. So yeah, that's the back seats in here. Lots of room. I really like how like the windows and everything, it opens everything up so that you can see out a lot. That's what you get in the back of the XLE RAV4. All right, so I'm gonna sit in the passenger seat just so I can show you guys what it's like to look at the driver's seat from the passenger seat. All right, so when you're sitting in the passenger seat, you guys can see right off the bat, this is what the driver's seat looks like. One thing that I think Toyota has done a really good job of doing in this RAV4 is making everything look very modern, but very like minimal. I feel like when you're looking at this dashboard, you see buttons and you see like screens and stuff, but I feel like all these buttons and everything that are here are just the essential things that you need. So you can see when I turn the car on that this knob right here adjusts your climate on the driver's side, and then this one over here adjusts the climate on the passenger side. Now, if you come down a little bit further, this car actually has heated seats. So this is the mid-range model that you can get, and it comes with heated seats, which is super nice. It also comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So when you plug your phone in, you just plug it into this USB port right here. Apple CarPlay pops up, and then you have your phone basically mirrored onto this screen. So also when you're looking at this screen, you can see that it's a very basic layout, like home, menu, maps, everything is kind of there that you would expect. But when you upgrade to the premium package or the premium model, you actually get a bigger screen. So this is more of the smaller screen because this is the mid-range RAV4. So I just plugged in my Apple CarPlay so I could show you guys one thing that I actually really like about this screen is that it is very touch responsive. So there's some screens out there that when you touch them, they actually don't work as well. Like when you touch your iPhone and it's super fast, I feel like when you go to a screen and you start playing around with it like this, and it's really slow, you actually notice it a lot. So this screen is very touch responsive. You guys can see right here, like I'm moving my finger all over the place and it's moving exactly where my finger is going. So this is the Apple CarPlay. It also has Waze in here, which is super nice. If you guys didn't know that Apple CarPlay has that. Now, like I said earlier, this XLE doesn't have the premium package in it. So if you were to get the premium package, basically what you get with that as well is you get the leather seats, you get like a safety net in the back of the car. You also get the connected services that Toyota has. So it's an app on your phone that you can get that basically you can go on and like start your car. You can turn your climate control on. You can see if your car alarm is going off. Those connected services are a lot of the things that you're getting with that premium package. It is a really nice option and it only is $2,800. So I feel like with these RAV4s, it can be really good, especially if you live somewhere that's either really cold, where when you're like getting ready in the morning and you don't want to go out and start your car, to be able to start it from the inside of your house is a really nice thing. Also, if you come down a little bit further, this is the drive modes that this car has. So like I said, this car is really good on gas, but it also has this eco mode right here that you can put it in that will just make things, it'll just make it the best that this car can be when it's driving. And then also next to that, you have your normal mode. You got your sport mode, your snow mode, mud and sand, and rock and dirt. Also, you have your parking brake, which is electronic, and you got your auto hold button, which is nice to have. So yeah, this is kind of the dashboard situation that's going on. And then all of your climate controls, which you have your auto button here if you want it to be doing it all itself. And then if we come down a little bit further, you have two cup holders right here, and you have a lot of storage in the middle. Now, like I said, this car does have a lot of USB ports, so you have two more right there. And then you also have that one that's up in there, and you have another lighter thing right here. So lots of places to plug things in, and I think nowadays, since everybody has their phones, and if you have kids and they're in the back seats, you just want everything to be plugged in, and Toyota just has that in this car. Just you're able to plug everything in at the same time. It has 5 USB ports. So that's kind of the look from the passenger seat. Also, one thing I should mention is that it does have a lot of storage. So you have storage over here. You have a storage pocket that's actually quite big right here. Like I can fit my full phone in there. And then right under the climate control, there's another huge pocket right here that you can put stuff in. So lots of storage on this side. So that's what it looks like when you're sitting in the passenger seat in the RAV4. Lots of good things, lots of space. I have my feet stretched out fully right now. And when you look at the back still has a ton of leg room. So definitely a lot of space in this car. So now let's go over to the driver's side and I'll show you guys some of the buttons and stuff that they have over there. So sitting in the driver's seat. So one thing that's nice about the driver's seat is that the seat is actually power adjustable. So all of the options are just right here. You can go up or down, sideways, whatever you want. Just makes it a little bit more comfortable when you're sitting in here. Now, when we look at the steering wheel, pretty standard steering wheel buttons, I feel like. When you're looking at it, you can see on your right-hand side, you have all of your cruise control options. So this is the cruise control button, then this is how you set it. And these two buttons are the ones that you can use to do your radar and then your lane keep assist. So when you push this button and you're in cruise control, it actually changes the distance of the car lengths between you and the car that's in front of you. And then this button, you push it and it basically is, yeah, the lane keep assist. It turns on up there, and then you can see the lanes right there. They'll actually turn blue if you cross any of them. And then on the left side of the steering wheel, you have your basic volume options and your track settings. You also have your phone button, so if you want to phone somebody. This is also the button that changes the screen that's in the middle here. So when you're pushing it, it'll go back and forth. And you can see all of your safety options right there. You can see your texts if you have any. It'll also show you how fast you're going, how much gas you have, all of like the basic stuff that you would want. So pretty surprising because this is the mid-range RAV4. I didn't expect it to have a heated steering wheel, but it does. When you look down here, you can see right next to my knee, there's a bunch of other buttons. So this button right here is to turn on your automatic headlamps, which is what or headlights, which is what I showed you guys. Then you also have a automatic windshield washer mode. And then next to that, you have your heated steering wheel. which is really nice to have. And then you also have a button to open and close your trunk. So those are the buttons that are right there. There's also some storage right here if you wanted to put like your wallet or whatever here, you could. And then on your door, you just have your basic features like your unlock, your lock. You got your child lock switch here for your windows. You also have your window switches, and then you have fully adjustable mirrors with these buttons right here. So yeah, this is kind of a look at what it looks like to be driving in the RAV4. And I gotta say, overall, it is a very nice ride. When you're sitting in here, very comfortable. You have everything that you need, nothing really crazy going on. It's kind of everything that you'd expect. So now that we've gone over kind of everything that has to do with the driver's seat, passenger seat, space, back seats, exterior of the car, last thing that we're gonna do is take this for a drive, and I'm gonna show you guys how it actually feels. All right guys, so we are driving the 2020 Toyota RAV4 XLE all-wheel drive. And first thing that I noticed is that the car feels very built really good, like stable. When you're going around corners, it doesn't feel like the car is swishing around all over the place. It just feels very sturdy. That's kind of a weird thing to start with, but that's just one thing that I feel. The quality of it is amazing. So another thing is that in a lot of other SUVs, I feel like the BMW, the Acura, they all have these very thick, chunky steering wheels. On this RAV4, these steering wheels are pretty thin. For me, I prefer to have that chunky steering wheel because I like how it feels when you're holding onto it. But I mean, this is totally fine when you have the capability of like a heated steering wheel and you have all your functions on it. It just comes down to like personal preference in the end. But now another thing that I'm really impressed with in this RAV4 is all of the safety features. I am driving down a road right now, and as soon as I cross this line, you guys will hear, there's a beeping noise that goes off that tells me that I'm going over the lane. Now this thing is super accurate. Like I'll do it again and I'll show you, like you barely have to touch that line and the car notifies you. So I'm going over it right now. And there it goes again. That is such a cool feature because when you're driving, sometimes you get distracted, you're looking at something, you're going over the line, and then all of a sudden you're going into oncoming traffic, and that is a horrible thing. The ability to put your cruise control on and do the radar, I was doing that earlier today on the highway, and it just makes you feel more comfortable because you know that the car senses the other car in front of you, so that if they were to slam their brakes on, the car is gonna slam its brakes on and not let you hit them. So this is one of my favorite SUVs because of all the features that you get, but then also how affordable it is. Like when we were driving the Acura was around $56,000. This car is $33,000. And I feel like when you look at them, like you're obviously paying for a name brand when it comes to other cars as well. But if you look at like maintenance as well and all of that, in other cars it can be very expensive, whereas Toyota, I feel like, is on the cheaper end when you go to get your maintenance done. So it's just a really cool, like affordable car that has a lot of space, has all the features. So yeah, that is the review on this car. All right guys, so that is my review on the Toyota RAV4 XLE all-wheel drive. It's an amazing car. I love how it looks. The interior is just as good with all the features and all the safety. So thank you again to OpenRoad Toyota in Abbotsford for giving me the car for the day. Like I said, their link is in the description so that you guys can check it out. If you want me to do a hybrid version, or if you have any questions about this RAV4, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm always open to suggestions on which cars you guys want to see me review. So thank you guys for commenting and letting me know every once in a while. And we're almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool. So if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.